here.
Now what are you doing? Oh, okay, that'll work. It's a little like, there's a big shadow in your
I
face.
know. Yeah. Also, I need my phone.
Well, let's
Is
get
it okay?
started, shall we?
Oh, you're recording? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
recording. I mean, I'm not going to edit anything. I'm not going to put
that
any sort of production into this endeavor
there's no.
whatsoever.
That's the point. It's an outlet. We don't want any effort put into it.
No, this is zero work, literally zero work. This is it. This
This
is
is
the
it.
production.
Got it.
Okay. So,
So,
first off, I think it's important that we just welcome everybody to our first episode of our podcast. I think we've heard enough.
yes.
And I'm just going to take a moment to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Dan. I am your father. I am 45 years old. I am by trade a professional composer in the classical music world. And during the day, I'm also a music professor at a couple of New York City based institutions. I'm not sure if I'm legally allowed to say what those are. And that's it.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Elinor. I am Dan's daughter. I am a full-time high school student. I will not discuss my age, and I go to a performing arts high school in the New York City area.
That's right. Like right in the New York City area, like super close to it. Like if you had to maybe throw a dart at a map and part of the map was New York City and the rest of the map was like just the area around New York City, like
Mm-hmm.
the dart would probably land really, really close to inside of New York City. But we won't get
Probably,
in
but
anymore. Yeah.
yeah.
It's also a well-known school, but we won't get into that. Um, so the reason that we're doing this podcast is really just to give us something to do during COVID. I mean, what else are we going to do? We're stuck at home,
Dad, you can't
and
say that. You can't
as a
say COVID. It's a trigger.
oh, I'm sorry.
We're
So
not, the
that's something I
internet
don't.
is not supposed to talk about it because if you say COVID on YouTube, you will get demonetized.
Oh, really? I just thought that they would like pop up the little learn more about COVID in your
No, that's
area.
TikTok.
Okay. So this is something I don't know a whole lot about. And I think the whole social media aspect of being a teen today versus being a middle-aged non-teen parent is like something that frankly I think a lot of people would like to hear about. Like they want to hear precisely what you and I have to say about it. So along those lines, we were brainstorming earlier this evening and we were sort of coming up with things that we could talk about that we think that people would want to listen to. And one of them was that I'm handing off.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I
Nice
ran out
segue.
of.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things we were going to talk about is teaching my father slang. Now, I
That's
don't
right.
know too much. I mean, I would say I'm pretty well informed about what the current ways of saying things are because I am a teenager, but I'm not as involved in the social media world as a lot of teenagers are. So I can definitely inform you about things that people say.
And we should explain the reason. The reason that you're not as involved is because you have parents who love you. But let's go on. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, another bonus of teaching my father slang is that he can then pass it on to his students because as like an in addition to being a full-time composer, he is also a professor.
That's right. And one thing that we know is like just kind of a fact of life is that college students really appreciate when their older professors try to relate to them on their level by using a lot of slang and using terminology that maybe they wouldn't necessarily use. Um, and then on top of that, something that else that they really appreciate is when that slang is maybe just slightly out of date. So like here I am in 2021 and I'm using some like top of the line, top shelf 2016 slang, right? That's
Yeah.
something that college kids and teenagers in general really appreciate. Am I wrong with that?
No, most studies show that that is 100% correct. And I
Okay.
think that it's actually appreciated if your college students and high school students hear your up to date 2015, 2016 slang.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that in addition to college, I mean, I'm also teaching kids who are a little younger in one of the hats that I wear. So I'm teaching some even middle school and high school kids, and they like more than anybody, they love when the adults talk at their level,
Yeah.
relatable and like hashtag relatable, that kind of thing, right? Am I
Hashtag
wrong?
Monday. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
So let's
with,
get started, okay?
yes.
Hit me with
Okay.
some slang. Give me something like I'm gonna wow. I have a class, two classes tomorrow. What's the first thing I should say to them? Like, how should I even greet them in a way that's gonna be like totally Gen Z?
Okay. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind, which is totally incorrect, and I highly suggest you don't say this, is "What's up, peeps?" Which not only will embarrass them, but it might cost you your job.
Yeah, well,
Um,
let's keep talking because I'm gonna just you keep
oh
going.
no,
I'm gonna
he's
take
take
some. Okay.
for for those of you who can't see what's going on, he's now taking notes like a
Oh, I think it's obvious. So like two E's, right? Peeps, kind of
um
like the Easter
that's
candy.
peas. I was referring to peeps.
Okay, same thing.
Um
Okay,
I know, but
so
okay, that's an
okay,
example of
so I
something
can't say
not
what's
to
up,
say.
peeps. That's honestly, well, I mean, let's be truthful. That's like 2008. That's not even 2015,
Yeah,
2016.
that's
Yeah.
before the middle schoolers. So I'd say what's up is a good thing to, it's a good like first thing to say. Don't follow it. Like don't say anything after it. Just say what's up everybody. Don't say guys because that's not allowed. Say
No, that's
what's up
gendered, and we don't
everybody.
do that. Yeah.
It's gendered, right?
Yeah. Y'all, how about y'all? What's up,
Um,
y'all? Can I give you like a little southern flair, like "What's up, y'all"? Like kind of that
okay.
sort of thing. Is
Well,
that
I
this
mean,
is
I would not suggest the accent. I think that
okay?
actually would make me very uncomfortable. But I
Okay, no,
don't say
no
y'all and no y'all.
accents, no
Yeah,
accents.
no accents. And try
Okay.
to stay away from y'all unless you're trying to come off as a, and I hope I don't offend
Well, I
any but
hear. I mean,
basic
I
white
hear a
girl.
lot of. I mean, I hear a lot of non-Southerners say y'all these days. Like it's and
Yeah.
and and also because we are in New York City, like another phenomenon, and you probably don't know about this, but I do, and maybe some of my some of my grown-up listeners and fans or stans, like that's a
Oh my god.
slang
Okay,
term,
well,
right?
see, that's a good
so
example.
so yeah, right. I see, I'm with it, but
You're with.
you know there's the phenomenon being in New York. Like we're like I'm not a native New Yorker, as you can probably tell from my lack of a New York accent, but like we get a lot of Southern transplants, and I feel that being in New York City, like people from the South, and I'm not going to stereotype, but let's say you're from Atlanta, or you're from Texas, right? You they make almost a point of saying y'all a ridiculous amount just to kind of show that they're Southern, and that you can take the guy out of Atlanta, et cetera, et
But you
cetera.
can't take, yes.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely see your point, and it I don't really
Okay.
see the point of it in general, but end of that.
Okay. So no y'all. So I'll
No,
just say,
don't.
hey, what's up? Hey, how about just like a hey, and like how many exclamation points should I use when I say it?
Well, um,
Like
that's
two is
interesting.
two, like two or three, like hey, like that's
Okay,
maybe
so
three.
what
I
I
don't
get
know.
from that, that's maybe 3.5.
Okay.
Um, so, you know, I think when you say, "Hey, everyone," "Hey," as you should know, implies two.
Right. And when I say it, should I capitalize the H
No.
in hey?
This is very
Oh,
important. You should
okay.
not, because even though you're not writing this down, like you're not typing this, teenagers do not have capital letters as
Okay.
like an auto selected setting on their phones.
And do teenagers have commas? Like normally I like if I were saying this, the way I would say it would be with capital H, hey, comma, everyone, and then anywhere from like 1 to 7 exclamation points.
Um, well, I think that, information wise, it's probably the smartest to speak with commas because then you might end up saying something, as we say, problematic. But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're texting, just base it off of, try to go for the biggest run on sentence you can.
Okay.
It's very important. And no periods.
Okay. Um, all right, so we got that out of the way. But what am I going to say that's like going to grab their attention? Because as you know, in this, and I won't say the word, but in our quote unquote,
Panoramic.
that word times that we're
You can
living
say
in.
you can say pandemic, but you
Okay.
change it to um like panoramic or something like that.
Pantonal. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's a music term for my geek
Or
friends out there.
you can call it the world Pythagorean theorem. We'll understand that because we all take state regulated math courses.
That's right. Okay. This is really helpful. Okay, but we get beyond
Right.
that now.
Okay,
And
beyond that,
I'm gonna say, hey, everyone, y'all, I mean not y'all, but hey everyone and others. I don't know if that works, but so far I feel like I'm really
I think you're
nailing
doing
it.
pretty well.
I think this is amazing. Then the next thing that's just gonna be like gonna get them to turn their cameras on. That's what I want.
Okay, so you have to be very, very careful because this is a pretty sensitive topic. Um, you know, a- most times the people in your class that don't have their cameras on, there's a good possibility that they're in their beds, which is fine. It's maybe not the most productive way of going about your day, but
Mm.
you know,
It could be
it's
illegal too.
hard.
Like I'm not certain what the laws are and the statutes and all that, but I think
Right.
like being in your bed while you're on camera of any kind may not be 100%
I
legal,
it,
but
there's a
let's
there's a good chance it could prevent you from graduating.
oh yeah, for sure.
That's all
Yes.
I can say.
Or getting tenure. I mean, am I right? Right?
Mhm.
Hashtag.
Hash
Okay. So
Okay.
okay, so what am I going to say? This is the important thing. Really, this is the kind of the entire episode we're recording right now is I've greeted them and now I'm going to show that hey, I'm one of you because I say the following phrase, which is
Okay. So I would not pay too much attention to the greeting. Just say, "Hey everyone, what's up?" Okay.
okay.
Then, as you go on with your class, you should probably start, I don't know, relating to them through your language, like you're trying to learn. So, for instance, I know we discussed this a little earlier before, but if you have a student that's presenting something, you can either say this, you can say, "Oh, pop off." Do you know what that means?
What's a pop off?
It's not it's not a noun. It's like
It's
to
okay.
pop off. It's a verb. So like
Oh,
let's say it's a verb, okay?
okay.
So if you're writing it, you'd be like, pop off, I guess. But I guess is not a negative way of saying it. It's like, okay, pop off. Like, okay, go for
Oh,
I
so
don't know.
it's sort of like I guess you know what you're talking about. That sort of thing.
No,
Oh.
no, it's more like pop off, I guess, is kind of saying, okay, I see you.
Oh, like I recognize, like can
Like,
I
I
say
see what you're doing.
recognize?
I see what, no, say
Okay.
pop off. It's a lot to process.
Okay.
A lot of letters is hard for us.
Right. And it's literally pop off. It's not like pop of like
No,
POPOV as in like a
pop
name.
off. Two
Okay.
separate words, like pop off.
Okay. Would it be cooler if I kind of turned
Probably
the
not.
F's into a V? Like if I said, I guess you just pop offed. Like, is that a thing?
Mm, you, I'd suggest not using it in the past tense.
Oh, so
Just,
okay.
just be like, oh, I see. No, don't say that. Just be like, pop off, I guess.
How
You'll
about,
get it. Oh,
wow, I guess she
no.
really popped off.
Like I said, don't
Y'all
use it
were
in the
gonna
past.
pop. We just popped off, y'all. That's like I kind of, and with the accent too. Although
Um,
I
yeah,
just
well, so
got to
here, I'll give
consult
you
my
an
notes.
example.
Okay,
Since I'm a drama student, so I would consider myself pretty good at like on the spot,
dice spin.
improv, on the
Yeah,
spot dice spin.
yeah.
Um,
That's a cultural reference of like
yes.
2015. But okay, go ahead.
Mm, okay. So, okay, Dr. Ott logging
Yes,
into
that's
his Zoom. Okay,
okay.
you let
Hold
people
on,
in.
like hold on. Wait, let's make it official. So
Oh, right, the glasses. Putting
yeah,
on your
like a
glasses.
little, just ever so slightly, so I can look over the top. Okay,
Um,
here we go. Oh, I'm starting right now.
okay, so I'm gonna give you. This is what you should say when you go into your class.
Okay.
Wait for them to get connected with their audio. Just until it has both check marks, don't say anything
Oh, I
because
greet them right away. I was like, "Oh, hey, Johnny's here," type like, and they haven't
because
connected, and that's not
well,
cool.
I mean, it's I wouldn't suggest it because I don't want to be put on the spot when I first go into a class, and I would consider myself more of an extrovert in that sense. So
Mhm.
I like compared to people that just don't want anything to do with conversation. But
Okay,
I go okay, log into your class, wait for people to connect to their
okay.
audio and say,
Here I am on my
make sure
computer,
make
moving
sure
my
you have
mouse
your
around.
accent
Yep.
right. Make sure you have your
Okay.
accent. Say, "What's up, y'all?" I can't do a southern accent. So,
Okay. Wait, we are doing accents. Okay.
okay.
I gotta
So,
change my
you're going to
notes.
say,
Wait 1 second. And now I can't see with my glasses on.
"Hey," capitalized with at
Okay.
least 7 exclamation points. So,
Okay.
"Hey, y'all." And remember, don't speak with commas.
Hey,
So,
y'all.
"Hey,
I like that.
y'all."
Hey,
Yeah,
y'all.
"Hey,
Should I
y'all."
smile or is it important not to smile? I mean, I'm going to be on camera. Maybe I
Smile with
don't
half of your
want to.
face. No, no, smile with your mouth, but not your eyes. So, "Hey,
Okay.
y'all."
I can do dead eyes. Ready? Dead eyes.
Dead eyes, and yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Well,
I'm
I
a.
might.
I'm about to pop off, I guess.
Perfect.
And then you told me about like there's like a nail swipe thing that I don't know. Like I
Well,
don't
that's if
even.
you're
I'm
texting.
pretty
It's like,
sure that I'm pretty sure that like the phones they give my generation can't make that. So can't make that. Like we can't find it. There's too many key combinations for me to
well,
unlock the like the
it's an
nails.
emoji, Dad. It's
I
an
know, and I don't
emoji.
know where that is. I don't know where that is. Like I
There's
start
a
pecking at my
search
phone, and
function.
suddenly my phone is in Portuguese, right? Like that's my problem.
That's your own choice, man. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say to you, but
All
the
right.
thing is, actually, what would be even better if you say, "Pop off," I guess, no comment. So, "Pop off," I guess, with a southern accent, at least 7 exclamation points, and then you
Okay.
say the emoji. So, like, "Pop off," I guess, hand with pink nail polish.
Is that it? No, I'm being like podcast over actual dad.
Am
Is
I
that a
confusing you?
thing? Can you say what the emoji is? And is that cool?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it is now. So it's like,
Mm,
pop off, I guess. Nail swipe emoji or whatever it is.
it's
What is
well,
it?
the thing is,
What do we call it?
what okay, this is kind of going into something what Gen Z loves to do, or at least what we like to do is we use emojis without their intended meaning. So,
Right.
as an example, the laughing emoji with the tears,
Yes.
happy joy cry gift. It's like,
Yes. No, the laughing emoji with the
that's
tears
not
is in fact very sad, right? It's
we.
actual crying,
Well, on the contrary,
like
just I
tears
only use
streaming
it
down
when
my
I'm
face. I'm
texting.
devastated.
I use it when I'm texting mom,
Right.
you, and grandma. So what we've done is we've taken the original meaning of one emoji and transferred it to another emoji.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean by this is, do you know like the emoji with the tears pouring out of their
Yeah, the
eyes,
streaming tears.
that's laughing.
Your
That's
great
like,
aunt
oh my,
Mildred has
yeah,
passed away,
that's
and
laughing.
oh,
Aunt Mildred,
wow, great aunt
and
Mildred has passed away.
LOL, lots of
Streaming,
love.
lots of love. Dad, streaming tears. Like that was a bad text to send. Is what you're trying to tell me?
I think there's a reason you probably weren't invited to the funeral.
Oh,
So it's because you
yeah.
said
The yeah.
rest in
Well,
peace, LOL, with the crying emoji, which,
yeah.
as you know, can be very problematic.
Yeah. Well, that plus the body odor. But let's move on. So I have now greeted the class officially in a way that they will recognize with a Southern accent, with y'all, with a comma, with a capital H. I've said, oh, pop off, I guess, or IG. And
Yes.
I've maybe
Oh, IG?
possibly done the nails like swipe,
Possibly.
like do that gesture.
Well,
But
there's a
now
there,
I have another 75 minutes of a class to teach. So what do I
okay.
do now? Like, this is my problem kind of on a daily basis. Is then I just sort of go into like, all right, everybody, we're going to talk about this. And I
Okay.
drone on, and they turn their cameras off. And then they have mic trouble, and they have internet and Wi Fi issues. And you're
Um
laughing. I mean, like, why are you
um
laughing? Like, Wi Fi issues are legit. That's a real thing.
don't okay, so that's yeah, it's legitimate.
Okay, and everybody gets them about 15 minutes into my class. So
Right. Because
like that's just seems
that's
like
something
there's
that the media has um like not addressed is we need
clearly.
to fix these Wi-Fi problems because it's preventing students from turning their cameras on, which is a basic function that a computer has that requires Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So that's something that we really need to talk about. However, if you're going into your class and you're trying to talk about a composer and say,
Sure.
at this point in Tchaikovsky's life, he was fill in the blank.
Dead.
Got it. And then you
Okay.
say, we been new.
What? Is
At
this
this point in
new? Like
Tchaikovsky's life, he was dead. We been new.
we've been this is with NEW or K, like new as in we knew it as knowledge.
We been KNEW. We been new, which means we've already known for a long time. We
Oh,
been
that's
new.
amazing. So
Uh-huh.
like, and apparently Gen Z knows quite a lot about Tchaikovsky, which is really amazing.
Right.
That's like totally hashtag relatable. Um, well, I think that this has been really helpful, and I'm going to try some of these things tomorrow, and I will let
Got
you
it.
know how it goes.
Right.
Um, is there anything else? I feel like a moderator here, and that's not really my role. Like, this is your idea. But is there anything else that you really think that, like, maybe as a kind of flourish to wrap up my lecture, like I'll then do, like, at some point I'll do we've been new, like maybe midpoint, and then like magically some cameras will come on and some people will come off mute and maybe start talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to really like leave them with though, that's going to like just solidify the fact that I am their most amazing professor?
POVs.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so the abbreviation is point of view,
That I
but
knew. Okay.
it's not um like a I guess a correct way of using POV. So
Okay.
the way I see it most on TikTok, and but that's a whole other discussion.
Okay.
Um, I see it most on TikTok when it's referencing like POV. I'm this person in this situation, or POV. I'm you when you find out, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So
So let me just come right
I'm
out and
like
say
I'm
it.
explaining it
I
in a
don't,
poor way.
okay, because I don't understand any of that. I guess what it's sort of, but is it just a way of sort of expressing like where I am at this moment? Like POV, I'm talking to my daughter on a Zoom screen and she's one floor away, and that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I can give you an example
Okay,
because
I'd love an example.
I'm very like fun fact. I'm very bad at coming up with good explanations, and I have an idea of something and I won't be able to express it. So I'm going to search on TikTok, which is a very useful function,
Okay.
POV. So the thing with TikTok is there's POV acting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like POV, I'm stuck in someone's basement as a host,
Oh, like a scenario,
like
basically.
a
In other words,
scenario.
like, yeah,
But
like your POV, you're stuck in somebody's basement as a hostage and you're wrapped up in saran wrap, and your captor is
is someone making a
obsessed with.
TikTok? Is someone making a TikTok of feeding my hostages, which is a trend from a while back.
Okay.
But an example that I actually saw this TikTok kind of mid-February, and it's has 2.7 million likes from at Dr. Culture, and it's POV mom wants to talk. So and then he goes
Okay.
into he another like thing is when you're trying to like show that you're playing a girl in the POVs, you put a washcloth on your head so it like symbolizes the hair. So
Oh
it's like
man.
mom wants to talk, and then they come into the room holding a flash drive and they're like, "What's this?"
Mhm.
And you're like, mom, it's just a flash drive." And like,
Okay.
excuse me, I know exactly what this is. This is a vape. So you kind of get like the
Right.
whole idea of
Okay.
POV, this person's making you feel awkward, or POV, teens in 50 years, and it's like, what's a mask? So
Right.
it's kind of like,
Okay.
imagine this
And I use this
situation.
how, like, I just kind of just say, okay, POV, I'm your professor, and I'm
No.
done with the lecture, and now you get to go home, or not home because they're already home, but like you get to leave the meeting. Is that like a POV?
I don't think it's a good way to say POV, you're done. I think what you should do is kind of say POV, your theory professor just assigned you a test on that, and you're
Okay.
feeling this.
And I feel so.
Or POV, the
So
um
POV, your theory professor just assigned you to resolve this cadence, and then like, what do you do? Is that a way of like asking them, okay, here's the situation, and
no,
then do they respond, or is it
something that
like a
something
challenge?
that
Like, I don't get it.
something that teenagers really love is when adults explain their emotions, like explain our emotions.
Oh, to you.
Yes, so they tell us
Oh,
how we're feeling.
I'm gonna
And
assume that by you're being ironic, that like that's actually not something that teenagers
well,
love, but it's something that
yes,
teenagers
I
hate.
I
Okay.
hope you understood that.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing, I'm assuming that like you're feeling ironic about it.
yes.
Okay. So I'm right.
So
Okay.
okay. So you're like POV, your theory professor just assigned you this test on, I don't know, theory
Cadences. Because that's where,
cadences,
yeah, sure.
and you're like, what? Hashtag no, don't do that. Hashtag
Oh, okay. Oh man.
why
Because
does this
that
happen
was my
to me?
first instinct. My first,
Hashtag for you page.
I don't even know what that is. This is so great. I'm just gonna say that, and just like
Okay.
chips fall where they may. I'll probably
Hashtag
stop the
for you
recording at that
page.
point.
Hashtag 3D Doritos.
Oh
Or what is
yes,
the hashtag Dorito
Takis.
thing?
The
No,
things
no, no,
that you
no.
all know, the things that I always say we can't buy when we go down that
Oh,
aisle, the
hashtag
grocery store.
Doritos flat life.
Whoa. Oh,
People will put random like company or like trending hashtags from like brand deals to
yes,
boost
I
their
know. I read
video.
about that in the New York Times, I think,
Yes.
which, yeah, that's
So like
amazing.
if you look up hashtag, the common like things are hashtag for you page. So I think if you say POV, I just got this test and I'm feeling, whatever, hashtag for you
Excited,
page.
like eager to show
Eager.
what I know. Like,
Hashtag
right?
for you
That's
page, hashtag Doritos Flat Life. All right, class. I hope you enjoyed today's class. give it a
Okay.
big thumbs up, subscribe, and
Smash. Gotta smash.
smash the like button and turn
Yeah.
on all post notifications to become a part of the
Right.
Theory Squad.
That's amazing. And I think that's how I'm going to end. And I think that's how we've got to end tonight because I'm out of interesting things to say. And I don't think people want to listen anymore. Right.
If you're still here, I am very proud of you. That's all I have to say.
You know what? I'm very proud of me too. Is that what you meant?
Mm, if it makes you feel better.
I do. I feel so much better. This was a lot of fun. And we hope everybody will tune in next week when well, I don't know when it's going to be. It won't be a week
Yeah.
because I'll get
We're
busy.
starting we're
And
just getting used to this.
yeah, we're just starting off in case you couldn't tell. Hence, no production values, no music, no entertainment. Like,
No
I'm not even looking at
sponsors.
the camera. I'm just looking at my own
You're
picture,
looking at
which I know
yourself.
I am because, got to respect the drip. Know what I'm saying?
I love you.
I love you too.
Respect the drip. Respect the drip, Karen. Except no one adds the Karen anymore. It's just respect the drip.
Okay. I think we should stop.
If people even say that anymore. All right.
Okay, we're done.
Okay. Bye.
It didn't stop. Here we go.